So, how would you like to sell a high-end program where you're selling a $10,000 program, a $20,000 program, a $30,000 program, or even more? I'm telling you, it really is what your mind can conceive. I love Henry Ford's quote that said, you know, if you think you can, that you can, or if you think you can't, then you're right. Something like that. Don't quote me specifically, but I think you get the gist. And the reason why I wanted to shoot this quick video, today I'm actually filming my show, which I do every single week, giving you some of the best strategies and secrets, helping you to really manifest your biggest dreams in your business, to be on fire, to learn really what it takes to, create that magnificent business and life. I think that's really important. But I just got an email from one of my high-end clients, and one of the things I was doing with her was pushing her. What I do is I push my clients to become better. And why is that important? Well, you could hire some coach that's going to coddle you. You're only going to get so far. But I'm telling you, having a coach, investing in yourself is one of the most important things that you can do in your business. I want to give you a little bit of story about this client. And then I'm going to share with you her win and talking about creating those high-end programs. I think it's so exciting. But she came to me and she invested a lot of money, another coach, thousands of dollars, didn't get anywhere, was on social media for 3 years, and until she found me. And within 3 weeks, she had sold her first high-end program. She started, really generating income, making an impact. And here's the most important thing, being so aligned with what she was doing. Because, I'm here to tell you, in my business evolution, I was not always true to myself, not always authentic. And I'm telling you, when you're authentic to what you're doing, whatever you're selling, program or service, those kinds of people will really show up, because when you're congruent, those people are like a magnet. They will magnetize to you. They will want to be in your world. And I want to go off on a tangent really quick, because if you've been getting my emails, I am creating something just for you that is going to help you to manifest those dream clients. I'm talking about those high-end clients that will be able to pay you, that you can get them amazing results, and that you want to work with. Because let's face it, you want to work with people that are an energy drain. I don't know about you, but I don't want to. My ideal clients see themselves as leaders. They're not afraid to take calculated risk, and that means investing in their business. I've invested over $100,000 in my business, will always continue to invest in my business, because I want to give you the best tools, the best strategies that you can use in your business. I want you to be successful. That is my wish for you. And so what stands in the way of really stepping into your highest vision, stepping into your highest potential in creating, let's say, a high-end program? Do you know the biggest thing that holds you back from doing it? Now, people might say, well, I need more clients, I need more leads, I need a better funnel. Some of those things might be true. But what I'm telling you, the biggest breakthroughs that I've been able to help clients throughout the years to really make high, consistent, reoccurring income is owning their own power, to believe that they can do so much more, to believe that they can give themselves permission to play a bigger game. So my question to you is, are you playing small? You probably are. Are you devaluing yourself? You probably are, right? Are you in that space, in that need of, I need clients, I need this, I need that, or I just so stuck, I'm in my head? I have worked with so many people that have been burnt out by this industry. It makes me disgusted. People just trying to sell you something, and that is not what I'm all about. I am about helping people to really see the value in themselves, to change the program that is in their head, to allow themselves to live a life that feels authentic, magnificent, and, living what I call la dolce vita, which is Italian for living the sweet life. La dolce vita. There's actually a film called La Dolce Vita made by Federico Fellini. I know my Italian is, I actually used to speak Italian. That's another story. But anyways, my point is I was pushing this client saying, you know what? You're not valuing yourself enough. I want you to step up. You can do so much more. Now, you might be thinking, well, Heather, is it all about the money this? But, let's get real. If you don't value yourself, the world won't value you. You can create a business that serves these high-end clients, which is great. And you can create other services, that other people can have. I've got books and products that everyone can use at every level. But what I'm interested in is working with those people that feel that there's a calling. There is something inside of you that wants to be birthed. There is something inside of you that says, you know what? I'm really good at what I do. I have a message. I have a mission that I want to put out there in the world. What does that mean? What is a mission, Heather? What does that mean? It means seeing yourself as a leader. That's really important. Do you see yourself as a leader? If you don't, realize that you're diminishing yourself and your value. You are a leader in some capacity. You really are. It's really about awakening that executive center in your brain that can tap into the potential that you have. Every person on this planet has a unique expression of how they can see themselves, or really how they can tap into their true potential, get it out there into a product or service, and make money doing what they love. And I believe everyone should have that $1 million idea, or I like to stretch people. What about a $1 billion idea? One of the things that I'm creating, I'm going to share what that looks like. What kind of mindset do you have to have? Now, you might say, well, Heather, I don't want to make $1 million. I don't want to do that. I want you to think differently. Okay. So if you could just think differently for a while. When I'm saying that, it's not about, I'm saying that because I want you to buy the fancy car, the fancy house, whatever your thing is, I really don't care. But when you are truly building wealth, what happens is you actually are able to empower more people. So let's just say you don't care about the fancy house or car or whatever. And we really shouldn't judge anyone. So if you're judging me, if you're judging other people, you have to respect people for what they value. I think it's really important. And that's the same thing in a relationship. You've got to honor someone for their values, because everyone has a unique set of values that are specific and unique to them. So when you think about your $1 million or $1 billion idea, the purpose of that is to go beyond living in survival level. Most people are thinking about their bills, paying them. How can I pay this? And guess what? There's no room for you to grow. There's no room for you to help other people because you're just thinking about yourself. When you have a vision that is larger than yourself, than your city, your state, your nation, your country, you've got this global vision, that's when you attract those people into your world that you can really help and make a difference. Even if you want to take all your money and give it away, I'm not going to judge you for what you want to do with your money. And so don't judge me. But the reason why I want to share this message is that I am all about creating a movement. Particularly, I work with mostly women, but I know men follow me. So if you're watching, I'm truly supporting you. But my movement is to help you in your business so that you can empower other people. That in and of itself can change the world with your work. One person, one message, one mission, one vision that is authentically aligned to who you are. Do not be a cookie cutter person that's just going to follow what everyone else does. And I've seen that in my industry, and, I'm really taking notice and been guilty of that, of course, too. It's like, whatever you resent in someone else, you're doing it or have done it in some form. I'm going to call everyone out, and it's okay. But I believe we're here on what I call this evolution, this self and soul evolution, to get out there, to do something magnificent. I had a call with a woman the other day, and she was so afraid to, ask her husband to share the vision. And I'm telling you, when you're subordinating to someone, any authority figure, your significant other, you're not really, you're not standing in your true potential. If you have to make a decision to ask someone else, you're not being authentic. And I'm telling you what's going to happen, because you're not doing that, is you're going to attract someone or something in your life to make you authentic. And that will come in a form of dis-ease in the body. That will come in a form of a client, that is a headache because you're not charging what you're worth, or whatever. I mean, the laundry list goes on. I could share all my experiences with myself and, of course, my clients. But my biggest message to you today is, are you standing in your power? Or are you subordinating to other people that, are telling you you can't do this? They're telling you, what, who are you to do that? There's 50 million thousand people doing that, right? I'm exaggerating, but there's, a lot of people out there doing that. And you might even think to yourself, like, I don't have anything great. I'm looking at other people and I'm comparing myself, and who am I to do that? Now, I want to go back to the client that I was talking about in the beginning of this message here. And so I was really pushing her to greatness. I'm like, I really want you to sell a 10K package. Now, this is a woman coming from an area that is, she was basically describing it, very low income. Her set of beliefs, were totally different than someone, growing up in a family that, had more material things, maybe middle class. And so I'm so glad that I attract those kinds of clients, because, I was on that journey of not valuing myself. And my story was a little bit different, obviously, than hers. But the thing is, it's the same. When you're not valuing yourself enough and really stepping into a bigger vision, then there's no way that you can really live the lifestyle or travel the world or whatever it is that you want to do in creating your magnificent life. And so I pushed her. I'm like, you've got to do this. Let's do this. Come on, let's do this. And so she got herself to a point where, she's making money in her business. She's like on fire, but she's kind of doubting herself. And so she allowed herself to go into this place of self-care, taking some time off, because when you feel like you're stuck in your business, and I call it like the force side. So there's the force side of business where you're forcing things. I've got to send out these emails. I got to create these things. I've got to call, prospective clients. You will not attract those clients when you're on the forcing side. I've got to pay the bills. So what she did is she allowed herself to get some self-care, recharge her batteries. And she allowed herself to get on the other side, which that's the flow side. And so the flow side was this way of just going, you know what? I am not going to be thinking about business. I'm just going to allow myself to have fun. And my little mantra is, when I have fun, the money comes. When I let go, the money flows. So she was in that space of letting go and allowing it to flow. And she met someone at this retreat that she went to, and it was just really about owning her power, just being in that space of receiving. And the person that was putting it on, she actually got, that person as a client now before, because she was telling me, hey, I've got this strategy session with her. And I said, listen, this is what you need to do. You need to create this program, you're going to charge $10,000 for it. And she was just kind of like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, you can do this. Because when you show people the value, people will buy into you. Even if they've bought programs that didn't work, and I always look at it this way. Everything that you've invested in served a purpose. Don't beat yourself up, because if you start resenting it, then you're not going to be in that place of receiving. Anytime you have guilt and shame around money, I ran up my credit cards, I have all this debt, you cannot attract more money into your life. Okay, so they actually did a study on this years ago, and they're talking about, what is the biggest thing about attracting wealth? What keeps people from doing that? And they found out it was guilt and shame. So think about it. If you've got guilt and shame for things that you've invested in. Maybe, you want to invest in something and you just, maybe you bought it and then you felt guilty for it. And I really want you to look at that, because if you really want to be authentic and true to yourself, and this is what we're here for. We're here to go on this journey to awaken that leader that sometimes is dormant within you. And sometimes you need someone to really help you and coach you. You know what a coach does? A coach pushes you to your greatness. A coach doesn't coddle you. A coach allows you to really step into your greatness, whereas, you couldn't do it before. It is really hard, I find, to do this on your own. You need that support system, not from your friends. Your friends are broke, but if you've got friends that are wealthy, that's different. But when you're going toward, when you're sharing your vision with your family, a lot of times I find they don't support the vision because you've tried things before and they didn't work. How many of you have tried things and they haven't worked? And then you start thinking to yourself, well, gosh, that person's right, because they keep seeing this trail of failures because I am not getting any traction. And I'm telling you, if I listened to that voice, those outer voices, I wouldn't be here today sharing my message with you to tell you you are so worthy and that you should not subordinate to anyone. I don't care if it's your family, okay? And I know that's gonna rub some people the wrong way, and it might go something like this. But Heather, we make all these financial decisions together. But Heather, find a way to invest in your greatness, invest in your inspiration. Your ideas are worthy of investing in. Find a coach, a mentor that believes in you sometimes more than you believe in yourself. Because sometimes, when you go to that level of greatness, when you want to step into it, you need someone to push you, push you into that space. It is not going to feel easy. Okay. I've said it again. And this is really from one of my mentors. Although you seek support in your values, and what I mean by that is what you're pursuing, you will attract those people that challenge you, and that's where you're going to grow. You grow most on the brink of support and challenge. We want people that praise us, that say how great we are. But the truth is, we grow with both people that are challenging us and supporting us. So think about that significant other that is doubting you. And I want you to take a stand for yourself. And I want you to strategize. An entrepreneur finds solutions. If you want to do something bad enough, you will find a way. When I started my business years ago, I had no money. I had like $300 in my pocket. I got kicked out of, at the time I was living with a boyfriend in his condo. I had my little dog, Angel. You might have heard this story, but I want to share this story millions of times to say, you know what? You're no different than me. You've probably gone through a lot of things, maybe not as bad as me. It doesn't matter. But the point I'm making is you've got to choose yourself. And so in that moment, I'm freaking out. I am going through what I call my freak out moment, freaking out. And it goes something like this. What am I going to do? How am I going to support myself? And so my buzzer went off. And so what was really interesting, and I'm getting ready to tape a show, so forgive me if I feel distracted, but I feel this message is so important to share this with you, because when I have moments of inspiration, I need to share it with only to those that are really listening, that you know that you've got something greater inside of you. And so if you have those people that challenge you, how is it a benefit for you? How is it going to push you to go to the next level? I know it's there. So if you're telling me I've got to ask for permission, I don't have the money, it's total crap, because I didn't have the money. I found a way to do it. You've got your own way. But the thing is, you've been beaten up so much mentally, maybe physically. I don't know your story. And, are you going to give up? Are you going to live your life? Let's say we fast forward. I'm pushing the fast forward button on your life. This is the last day on your earth, on the planet Earth. Do you want to be one of those people that says, I wish I would have done it. I wish I would have risked believing in myself and have done something magnificent to make an impact in the world. I don't want you to live your life that way. You should be able to live a life that feels inspired and helping other people. Now, it's not to say that it's going to be easy. I'm telling you, this journey, this path, you got to embrace the pain and the pursuit of the pleasure of doing it. It's a lot of fun and there's a lot of challenges. But the best thing is when you've got a coach, you've got a mentor that has your back, man, it's like, I can breathe. Because what I help my clients with is to navigate around that inner dialogue that stops them from reaching their highest potential. It's like flipping on a switch in their mind that they can literally see things on the way instead of in the way, because that's what a master does. It sees things on the way. I don't care how much money you've invested in. I don't care if you've been bankrupt, divorced, you're going through a divorce, there's been deaths. This is the nature of reality. I want to wake you up as a leader. Are you with me? And my whole message today is charging $10,000 for a program or more, whatever it is. It's all about you owning your power, owning your greatness, and showing up authentic to who you are, because that's when people will be attracted to you. I'm going to be creating something that really speaks to this. So if this resonates with you, please let me know. I really care about your success. It is so important to me to empower millions of people, particularly women. And if the men are watching, I want to empower you to stop playing small, to play on a bigger scale. I want to challenge you for your greatness. And so if this message resonates, could you do me a huge favor? Can you share this video with someone that you think needs it? Because that would mean a lot to me. It would mean that I am reaching someone that will have maybe their light moment of inspiration. So that's food for thought. Keep true to yourself and awaken that leader within. Take care.